Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I have a game between Grubby and Warm. Now Grubby is going to be the blue Protoss player up in the top right position, and Warm is the red Zerg player in the bottom left. Now Warm is... I don't think I've ever cast any of his games before. Grubby obviously is a very well-known Protoss player, very good, and he is currently ranked 1 on the latest ladder season Masters, but obviously that's just because Grandmasters hasn't opened yet. I'm sure that when it does, he'll be straight in there, and that'll be some really good play. Warm here, well, I mean, obviously he's ranking up pretty high if he's playing Grubby already. He's really got a lot to do. This map is of course Daybreak. If you're not a big tournament follower, you may not have seen it before. It's one of the new maps to the ladder pool made by the community, and it is a great map. Key features of it are, well, your natural base, not too hard to take, a big area to defend though, and I mean that's really backed up by this forward position here. The rocks mean there is quite a small choke there, but obviously in the mid game that becomes an issue. The third base, easy, nice progression to go into that, but again a big open area to try and defend, and quite a large distance if there is a two-pronged attack. Now what kind of build will we see from Warm? Well, obviously Grubby, he's got this forward pylon down, so surprisingly Grubby's actually going to be going for a probably fast expansion, and the reason I say that's surprising is purely because, well, look at how big this area is here. Warm getting a 14 pull down behind this, and as I was saying, this big area here can be a nightmare to defend. If Warm had gone for a super early pull, that would have been a bit of a problem for him to deal with, but Grubby took a bit of a risk and it's going to pay off for him here. It will mean that he can get that expansion down, because with that pull only just starting, Grubby really has no fear, and a surround, and that was horrible. Warm, you murdered that poor probe, which was peacefully just coming to mine, and Grubby with a big smiley face there, happy about that for some reason. And I mean, those drones, they get hungry, they like to eat probes. Now anyway, Warm, he is down here, he is taking his natural base down, as I thought he may. The reason you go for a pull before hatch in a ZVP is purely because if you get the hatch first, you can get cannoned in if there's a forge fast expand or a lot of nasty stuff like that going on. Anyway, Grubby, looking from this timing, he took that Nexus first, so that is a big tell. That was quite a bold move by Grubby. Obviously, he knows by the timing of the pull that he is okay to get that Nexus out. Essentially, because he got the Nexus before the Forge or anything, it just means this is maximum economy. He's going to get that base down so quickly, and will be able to keep up with Warm for quite a while. Now, Warm's Overlord will now see that this base is down, and his reaction is going to be, well, I need to get my third base ASAP, because as a Zerg player, you want to be one ahead. Now, this drone is coming down. Great timing on that probe, probably a bit of luck there from Grubby there, and we'll be able to deny this third base, at least for a while. Now, this is really when Warm wants to be getting that base, 4 minutes to 4 minutes 30, the sooner the better, to be honest, and Grubby drops down that pylon, and that is going to heavily delay this third base, purely because there's no Zerglings out on the field as of yet for Warm. So, really, how is Warm going to deal with this? Well, who knows? It's gonna be quite difficult because he needs those Zerglings out, but even if this pylon is cancelled as it is, it still means this base is heavily delayed. That drone being forced back by that probe, which some great work there. And if you look already, this is, well, Warm is going to go and take that at about 4 minutes, and it's already 50 seconds delayed. By the time these Zerglings get in, it's going to be over a minute delayed on this third base for Warm. And essentially all of this time, Grubby's natural base is up, it's producing probes. There we go, Warm was about a minute overdue from when he wanted to take that third base, so great denial there by Grubby. Chrono boosting out probes as well. I'm not sure if it's on both bases or... so far just the one chrono boosting out, but again, chrono boosting out probes means that he will just be able to keep up getting on both nexus there, and his cybernetic score has been a bit delayed because of all of this, but to be honest, he's in a great spot because he delayed that third base of Warm so much, completing the wall off with that zealot there. And look at the worker count. Well, Grubby's actually ahead. Now that's obviously a great spot for Grubby to be in. He's going to be able to get a lot of stuff out very quickly, and here we see Warm taking both of his gases simultaneously, and again a fairly standard timing. Get your third base up, then grab 2 gas, and the reason it works is because if a Protoss player goes for this fast expansion, they're not going to be able to have stuff to deal damage with you for quite a considerable amount of time, and that means that you don't need the gas, you don't need speed, you don't need lair tech, you don't need anything. You just need, well, a couple of slow Zerglings to defend if something crazy happened. Otherwise you're pretty much sorted, and this third base just means that going into the later game you are very well defended. economically to deal with anything that the Protoss can bring out. And we are actually getting a Twilight Council finishing up here for Grubby. That's quite an early time, and getting the +1 attack upgrade, a Roach One, and Evolution Chamber coming out from Worm. Now this timing is essentially the Roach One is to deal with any ground threats, and the Evolution Chamber is for the Spore Crawlers if there was some kind of super early airplay. Now Grubby getting that third gas on there, cancelled the fourth one. The third and fourth gas here for Worm have been taken, and he's also getting his lair on its way out. He's getting that Zergling speed, and that might seem quite late, but essentially you don't need Zergling speed in this matchup early on if the Protoss player has gone for the Forge Fast Expand build, or any Fast Expand build, because they don't have anything to pressure you with. Meanwhile, we will see +1 getting Chrono boosted out, and a lot of gateways on the way down here for Grubby. There's 5 more, that brings him up to 6 gates, and actually getting a 7th as well, so this is going to be a 2-base all-in essentially. 7 bases is a lot. Grubby has completely cut pro production here, and it's just going to be able to bring on a lot of pressure. 3 pylons are on the way down. Now, obviously, these are just redundancy pylons. He's got this one very, very forward, will probably get taken out. He's got this one back here, slightly hidden, and I mean, if that's scouted again, can be taken out, but then he's got a third. Worm probably won't be expecting the 3 pylons, but he has seen that go down, so a spine is on the way. Some zealots are being warped in. They're going to be +1. +1 just finished for them now, so they're going to be highly, highly effective. 5 roaches on the way out now for Worm. There are quite a few Zerglings, but obviously +1 zealots kill Zerglings in 2 hits rather than 3, so they just go through zealots like crazy. I mean, rather, they go through Zerglings like crazy, and also drones as well, but roaches, they're very, very good against zealots. But still, Grubby's killed 7 drones already. These drones on hold position by the looks of things, and Grubby is focus firing them down, wants to damage the economy of Worm as best he can, and looks like he's doing a good job. Although, having said that, those roaches, there's just so many of them, they're going to be able to deal with absolutely everything and clean up that attack. Grubby, meanwhile, bringing that Stalker, Sentry, and Zealot across, whooping in a lot more Stalkers. Blink is done for them. I don't think I mentioned that Blink was on the way. Also, +1 missile attack is also on the way here for Worm. He's getting that roach speed out. He's getting more roaches. He's got good creep spread. I will give him that. That creep spread is amazingly good. And Grubby is just being temporarily forced back. And we will see 2 of these pylons have already been taken out here by Worm. But this third one hasn't been seen. And another wave of Stalkers are inbound. And essentially, this is just great, great play. Now, quite surprisingly, one of these must be on a different cooldown time. There, that one wasn't actually used, and that was purely because Grubby got supply block, didn't build enough pylons, as they were all taken out by Worm. And, well, what's he going to do? Well, he's got another pylon down here, so he can attack that natural base if he wants, and Grubby, he's in a good spot, but obviously that +1 missile attack is just about to finish. There we go, the roach speed just about to finish, and that's going to be essential if Worm wants to deal with this. He's getting so many roaches out, so many Zerglings, and against pure Stalker, this is going to be super effective. +2 is about to finish up, though, for Grubby. Grubby doing some amazing blink micro there, just doing as much as he can, some good force fields, but won't be able to deal with this many roaches. Worm simply has more stuff, nearly, well, he's a lot ahead in terms of the supply count, getting 6 more roaches, and Grubby is getting another wave of warpings. A great forward blink picks off a couple more roaches, and that is exactly what Grubby wants to be doing. He's got that +2 finished up now. A couple of roaches being badly rallied will be free for Grubby there. Obviously, any free units are fantastic, and Grubby is just pushing forward. He's completely committed to this. If we take a look, he's getting 2 probes out, but this blink micro is amazing. And having said that, though, I mean, Worm, he just has too much stuff. Those speed roaches are incredibly effective. That Zealot warping is not going to be able to do anything, just gets cleaned up here instantly. Some more roaches are on the way, and Grubby is forced to blink back very, very rapidly, and does manage to retreat. And essentially, well, look at the supply count, says it all. Grubby nearly at half, just over half the supply of Worm there, and just having more numbers is essential in dealing with anything. And the other thing is obviously the worker count, 45 to 62. That income tab says it all. The longer this goes on, without Grubby dealing some critical blows, the more in favour of Worm it goes, and Worm is just streaming in with roaches and Zerglings, and I mean, he is just overrunning this Stalker force with sheer numbers, and it is really showing. There's the GG from Grubby. So that was a really, really good game. Grubby had a good attempt at a 2-base kind of all-in with those Blink Stalkers, but just didn't have the numbers to hit early enough. Worm did a great defense, so well done to him. If you did enjoy this game, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube, and, well, follow me on Twitter as well, at SC2_England. Thank you very much for watching, and tune in again. Bye for now.